Welcome to Jimosi podcast. So this week, General Muhoozi, who is the Chief of Staff,
Kainerugaba.
who is the Chief of Staff of UPDF of Uganda, went to Juba to meet with General Dau Aturjong, who is also the Chief of Staff of SSPDF of South Sudan. And this was to address the recent clashes that happened at the border of Kajokeji. So, as we have seen in the videos, I saw him with Bolmel, I saw him with President Kiir, and I also saw him, this is Muhoozi, and I also saw him with General Aturjong and other generals. And when they sat down and discussed, they agreed to form a 14-member committee with 7 members from each country to investigate and find a lasting solution for the two countries regarding the border issue. And this 14 members committee, they will be meeting in Gulu, Uganda. You know Gulu, right? And it was agreed that a follow-up visit by their counterpart SSPDF will be planned so that they can also go to Uganda to show that there's a movement between the two armies from each country to the other country.
Okay.
So my first question is, why do you think President Museveni sent his son Muhoozi to Juba instead of him coming as the president of Uganda?
That's because the people who were involved in the clashes are the two forces. That is the Uganda's defense forces and South Sudan's defense forces. It's not like there was a tug of war between the two presidents. So that's why it's the military who are supposed to address the issue. And the right person to go to South Sudan or from South Sudan to Uganda is the Chief of Staff, the Chief of the Defense Forces, so that they discuss the issue and then they come and address it at the grassroots with their forces. Yeah.
And based on how things look and how things goes on in these two countries, do you think the meeting was planned by the Dau Aturjong, or it was an initiative from the president or the vice president Bolmel to let the two chief of staff meet?
Maybe the crown prince.
Arrange the meeting. Because
Who's the crown prince?
is Bolmel as per Machar. The reason why we say, or the reason why I will say that it is Bolmel that made the arrangement is because this is not the first time that South Sudan and UPDF and SSPDF are clashing. And before that, the chief of staff from two countries have never met.
Okay.
So this is the first time that a chief of staff, who is Museveni's son, is coming to Juba as chief of staff to have a discussion with his counterpart. And this is happening when Bolmel is the vice president. When he was not the vice president, he was not coming, or other person that was the chief of staff was not coming. So it seemed like this is Bolmel working in the background.
Yeah. Also, if you remember some time back, I think a few months ago, around March, April, there was this war in Nasir. And then it was alleged that Bolmel had
made a phone call.
Had requested for military backup from Kenya, and it didn't go through. But then the Uganda agreed, and we saw UPDF driving all the way to South Sudan, and they took part in the, according to the government, is to calm the situation in that area and to deal with the White Army. So this would not be the first time Bolmel is involved in things to do with UPDF and SSPDF.
But coming of the UPDF to South Sudan is not the first time. In 2013, when Bolmel was not a vice president, they still came for the help.
Okay.
But
then there you can say maybe they were part of the UN peacekeeping mission, right?
So it only
because
came as one
it involved
country.
different. No, there are different.
Did other countries came, or it only during that time? It's only Uganda that came.
No, but there's been peacekeeping mission.
Yes, those
Like,
one are there,
why?
the UN, but
Yeah.
sometimes they take they take a distance. They don't involve themselves that much.
Okay.
But
yeah.
the people that get involved at the front lines are always the UPDF.
Probably
So-
because of the long-standing relations between Uganda and South Sudan.
It
Like
date
I
all
feel
the ways
like
back.
Uganda and South Sudan are more closer compared to Kenya and South Sudan, maybe,
Exactly.
or like Uganda and Kenya.
I totally
You feel like Kenya and Tanzania are kind of closer.
close, and then Uganda and South Sudan are more closer because
Yeah.
even in the early days when Uganda was fighting the LRA, Rebel Konyi, if they cross over to South Sudan, the SPLA, which is from South Sudan by then, used to fight the LRA.
Okay.
So they have been helping each other for a long time. But so looking at how the things have been going and how people are taking things online between the two countries, do you think there's a day that Uganda and South Sudan can go to a full war? Do you think there's a day?
Unaleta tena vita. You remember the last video?
Yes.
Yeah, you see the kind of comments that are coming in, and then you are asking this same question.
But
Personally,
do you think?
no, I don't think so. Like most of these things that lead to war, even within the country itself, within South Sudan, those intercommunal wars and stuff, the civil wars, there are things that can be addressed through dialogue. So if there's something that is really major that needs to be tackled between the two countries, then the leaders can just sit down and look at it from different angles and see, okay, how can we address this issue, be it something to do with border issues or military interference and all that. There's always a way of solving things in a diplomatic way. Yeah, everything doesn't have to involve war for it to be solved. Because politically there are no winners and losers when it comes to war. Both sides are likely to
Have both casualties on the both side, and it leads to loss of life. Yeah. So for me, I would say no, it's not possible for South Sudan to have a full war with Uganda because there are two things. From the South Sudan side, we can say we have a lot of refugees that are living in Uganda. So when you go to a full war with a country that is hosting your people, what do you expect of them if you happen to defeat them? What will they do?
They're going to cause more atrocities to
your
those
people
on the ground.
And the people that we always have in the refugee camps are vulnerable people, like women, children, and some old people, you see. And those refugee camps that are within Uganda have been there some of them have been there for over 20 years. So see the kind of generation
Since
that
the
have
90s.
Yes.
So early 2000.
And some of us that are South Sudan has not been stable for a long time. So apart from the refugee people, we have people living in other part of Uganda, right?
Yeah, like in the city because
in the cities.
of education,
and some lost boys that just want their families to be
to live better life.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there are so many South Sudanese in Uganda. And then also South Sudan depend on Uganda for a lot of imports when it comes to the food stuff or even some of the building material. Take for example even cement. We don't have a cement factory in South Sudan. Toilet seats, we don't make them. So many things that we don't make are imported from Uganda. But some of the people will be like, but we can live without them. But that's not the case.
You can't develop a country without
by isolating yourself.
Yeah, you have to get things that you don't produce yourselves. Because since South Sudan doesn't have a proper supply of electricity, major manufacturing industries cannot develop.
Yeah.
And that's where you get to have things like those toilets, not pit latrines, but the ones used in the like indoors with seats.
Yeah.
And then things like doors, Also, cement. I don't think we have limestone, and if we have, then it's not explored. So you can't get cement. And even if you had it within the country, you will still need like proper electricity.
Yeah.
For you to grind it and process it into cement.
Yeah. So there are so many things that we, in terms of food
you
stuff,
need from other countries.
Yeah, and all other things that we are highly dependent on Uganda compared to Kenya, because when you look at the two borders, the border that is used commonly is the Numli border. The Kenyan border, which is at Lokchoke or Nadapal and
between Nadapal and Lokchoke.
Yeah, it's rarely used nowadays because of insecurities and such kind of things.
Yeah.
And it was also not tarmac. So most of the goods are coming through Uganda. So you see there. So those are some of the reasons why South Sudan will not get themselves involved in a full-scale war with Uganda. And for the Uganda on the other side, they also have some of the reason too why they cannot fight South Sudan. And one of them is there's a presence of UPDF in South Sudan even at the moment.
Yes.
Like you remember in March when there were clashes of the White Army, they came.
With SSPDF. Yeah.
Yes. So their forces are within South Sudan even at this point. Do they want to risk them? It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Number two, there are a lot of Ugandan traders that are within South Sudan. All over South Sudan, I'm not going to say only Juba.
Yeah. But predominantly in the capital, Juba.
Yes, high percentage is in Juba. But in other part of South Sudan, they're there.
Yeah.
So you see that they have their citizens inside South Sudan. So if you go to a full-scale war, who is going to benefit at the end of it? You see?
No one. Yeah.
So it's not something
Both
possible.
countries are dependent on each other in one way or the other. Like we said, we depend on the imports from Uganda. But then also, as much as we can do without food produce coming from Uganda, because South Sudan can produce a lot of food.
If we go into production.
Agriculture, yeah. If people decide they're going to farm, then you can feed the entire country.
Yeah.
Even from one state. But then before we do that, you still need these other to import those produce from other countries until when people can be self-sufficient.
Yeah. And then also, like the other thing that I was going to ask you is, when you look at both Chief of Staff, that is Dau Aturjong and Muhoozi, between the two, who do you think is more intelligent in terms of military?
Military intelligence.
Yes.
Or who's more experienced? I believe Muhoozi is more experienced because he studied in the US, I think. And
Dau Aturjong also?
Dau also studied, but his degree is from 204. If you compare their ages, then Museveni's son is probably in his 40s, late 40s to, let's say, early 50s. And this other guy is heading to 70s, most likely. So if you compare those two, and then Dau Aturjong has not been in the active service that much compared to
General Muhoozi.
Yeah. So like if you compare those two people, Uganda also has more advanced military equipments compared to South Sudan.
Yes.
So that gives them an advantage. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you on that because General Muhoozi went to a military academy in US, while Dau Aturjong went to a regular university and studied military.
He went to Iowa University.
Yes. So when you go to university and study military, it has some limitation compared to somebody that went to a military academy. It's like you are being taught of how to fight, how to handle the guns, the most technology. But when it is a degree, you are taught of like things to do with the military and such kind of things. And like you said, Muhoozi is younger person.
He's actually 51 years old.
Yeah, compared to Dau Aturjong. So that means his education is more recent compared to the Dau. And then has been involved and such kind of things.
Serving like for ages within the military.
But in terms of fighting experience, I would say Dau will have an upper hand because during the SPLA, Dau was an active front soldier compared to Muhoozi. Muhoozi just went to a military academy and he came back, has never gone to any full war. These are the generals that send people to go fight.
No, but like since he has more advanced military equipment,
yes,
then he has a better chance of defeating his opponent. Yeah.
Because South Sudan will do the guerrilla, then they will do the drown. So before you arrive, they're already dealing with you using drones.
They can ambush you easily.
Yeah. So Uganda is more advanced and they have a more organized army compared to South Sudan because one, there's an education requirement to join the UPDF.
You have to be like
a certain
completed
education.
High school level at least.
Yes.
And then you join the military training now.
But in South Sudan,
anybody can join.
Anybody
so long
can
as you are an adult.
Yes. And even when people are tired of you, they push you to the army to go. So that differences of people that are. It's not like
there's a difference between someone who is illiterate and an educated person.
Yes.
When it comes to how you handle things.
Yes.
Even and how you organize yourselves. Yeah.
And so that one rules. And like I used to hear a long time ago that when it comes to Uganda, if they're going to fight, take for example, during those days when there used to be LRA, if LRA has arrived or they have had that LRA somewhere, you don't just grab the gun and run. You have to be registered by the commander that you are active, you took the gun and you are running to the front line. So that they can account for you.
Yes.
So that if you just go there and nobody know, like if you went to the active shooting, then it becomes really difficult and it can put the general in some trouble there, you see. So they're way organized. Like if they hear something, there's nothing that's always in hurry. They will tell people one by one, you grab your gun, they register you, and then they all go. So you see, and that was in the 90s. So now in 2025, they're way ahead. And like when they came to South Sudan, I saw some of their videos when they were somewhere going to fight some people. They were so committed, man, and they are so organized to a way that even when they're still in South Sudan, they wake up to shine their shoes. Our soldiers, sometimes they even wear slippers.
Unajua, that's where organization comes in, right?
Yeah.
In Uganda, they get paid on monthly basis. Like, I'm very sure they don't have any salary arrears. But in South Sudan, you'll find some people have not been paid for ages, more than 1 year plus. So where do you even get the kiwi to shine your shoes? If something to eat is
a problem.
Yeah. So like that's where this commitment, there needs to be some motivation behind you doing some things. If you are paid, then you'll be happy and you'll carry out your duties with loyalty. But if you are not paid, then you'll be thinking of what to eat, how to feed your family, your children. Some are sick, others need to attend school, they have been chased because of school fee. So you can easily become even mentally incapacitated because of overthinking, yet you don't have a way of addressing some of the issues, mostly financial issues that you are facing as an individual and to a larger extent together with your family.
Yeah. And I agree with that. And one thing that I've actually been thinking of is that now that Bolmel and President Kiir, instead of being too dependent on the UPDF and the Uganda for any kind of military support, they should now work on their army.
Yeah.
They say, okay, we need a unified forces that they'll always keep singing of. Now let's have people that are educated, the new unified army to be person that have completed at least high school here in South Sudan. If you have not completed that, they either send you to other civil service or they start sending you to wildlife as you wait for your retirement, to other areas. And so that they have educated army starting from now going forward, and then they should work on their salary payment. Make sure that these people get their salary on time, so that it become more enticing for people that are educated to join the army. And then they should also stop this nepotism where young children that have not gone through the full training are given the ranking, the high ranking of a general because your dad is somebody. You see, so kind of useless things need to be got rid of if they want to make things okay.
Yeah, I'm totally against that thing of people getting ranks simply because your father was a major or something, and they served in the war. If you have not attained any military training, then you have no business having military ranks.
Yeah.
And it kind of demoralizes people when it comes to service.
Yeah.
Because there are some soldiers who have been in active duty for over 10 years.
Yeah.
And some of them don't have these ranks, even the lowest rank. So if someone just comes from nowhere, they are younger than you, have never fought any war, they don't have any experience, and all of a sudden they become your bosses, then it kind of demoralizes you. And recently, when I was looking at the requirements for recruitment, because some time back they said that around June, they wanted to recruit around 3,000 fresh recruits to join the SSPDF Riverine Force. They said some of the requirements are like this: be a South Sudanese citizen, age limit is 18 to 35 years old, education level should be a holder of secondary school certificate or equivalent, and must be physically fit, must be mentally sound, morally upright. I think that's morally upright, has no criminal records, language fluency in the primary languages used within the military, that is Arabic and English. So at least they have that educational requirement.
If it was actually followed, then it will be a good thing. But if it was just a piece of paper for people to be there, and we are not sure if people actually show up for that, because in my community or in my sub-clan, no one is joining the army anymore. We are no longer interested in such kind of things.
Are you at least going to school?
Yes.
We're trying.
We are going to school so that we eat from our education. We are leaving army to people that know somebody in there. In it. Yeah. So, but it's not worth it because look, in South Sudan, when people die, when the army people die, even some of them, they're not sent off. It's a kind of special send off that you're supposed
like
to be given
send-off.
as a soldier who has been serving the country. Some of them are not given. And when you look at other countries like Kenya, during your burial, regardless of how you died, the police or the soldiers will come, and then there will be a gun salute. And
based
the flag,
on your rank.
Yes, and the flag will be on the flag of the country will be on your coffin. You see, and also in US, when somebody die, maybe they die in somewhere
like in service.
Yes.
In Afghanistan, in those different countries,
the government will send somebody to your house
with
to come
flag.
with the US flag and give it.
And the ranks.
So you see, now in South Sudan, you want to die in a country, even a flag will not be put on your coffin.
You don't even receive the salary. And if you go back to this thing of high school, it's not enough to say someone must be a high school graduate. There must be some mean grade required. In Kenya, for example, it's a C-, I think. C-, C plane. But nothing below C.
I want to admit all the E.
If you have a grade that is less than that, then you can't join. So it's that strict.
Yeah. It's crazy. And check your WhatsApp. I sent you some of Muhoozi tweets. And can you please read some of his tweets about South Sudan? And then after that, you go to his tweets about Kenya. And then I have a question for you.
Okay, there's one these are from a couple of hours ago. He said, trying to fight UPDF is the quickest path to hell. Another tweet says, whatever we have done in
Some few
Eastern
days back,
DRC,
yeah.
South Sudan, and Somalia is only a fraction of what we are capable of. As a military, we haven't even begun to fight.
And then he had some tweets about Kenya.
Yeah, he said, weak links. Kenya failed in Haiti after nearly 2 years. UPDF would take Port-au-Prince in just 1 month. And I think the problem has to do with the bedroom. Many Kenyan women are dreaming about me when their men are doing nonsense. The way Kenyans are obsessed with me, maybe I should stand for a position there. I'm sure I would win. Kenya is my homeland. I love it like crazy. No one will ostracize me from my homeland. Actually, I'm considering standing for member of parliament in Kenya. Siaende asimame presidency bus. You can usually tell how well men shoot by the straightness of their noses. Kenyan men's noses are all over the place. No wonder their women are frustrated. I bombed all Pangak as I was directed by Uncle Kir. I am waiting to visit Lair County and Mayom County. I think these are within Upper Nile State.
Yeah.
And this is from May 2025.
Yeah. So now, having read his tweets, do you think he's always joking or you think he's serious about his tweets?
Sometimes I feel like this looks like a parody account as much as I know it's his official account. Because some of the things he says, he's very reckless in his tweets. Yeah, if people were to take him seriously, then these countries would go to war easily. Like sometime back, he was talking of how we can capture Nairobi in 1 hour or something in a matter of few hours.
Yes, and he had to delete it, and I think his father apologized. But after some time, people realized that he's not serious about this. Sometimes it's just engaging people to see your emotions, how far they can go.
Yeah, he teases a lot with people's emotions.
Yeah, but it's never serious about it, because if he's always serious about this kind of tweets that he does, especially with what he started about clashes in Kajokeji, and then he has not even started, and then he still went to Juba. You see, if it was somebody that knew that he was serious about this, and then like, what if I'm killed?
He's a spoiled brat.
So you see, like, that's why in a separate video that we did, I said people not to take Muhoozi tweets as something serious. Sometimes just playing with your emotions.
Yeah.
And you are not looking at him when he's tweeting. So maybe he's even tweeting while smiling. And you are so...
No, he's a big joker. Like, if, let's say, talking of that military capacity, if you were to look at the military capacity between Uganda and Kenya, whom do you think are more advanced?
I'll not compare the two countries.
Why?
Let's leave it there, because all of them, they recruit educated soldiers. All of them, they pay their soldiers on time. All of them have not been fighting for some time, except Uganda. They had the LRA. So in terms of fighting experience, I would say, Uganda have had that experience in hand, right?
But I would say the capacity, I'll give it to Kenya.
Because of the population or what?
Because of population, and also because of, like, recently, I watched a documentary about the armament being shipped from Kenya to Sudan in support of, I think, the RSF. And it brought a lot of issues. So the thing is, if you look at those in charge of the military in Kenya, they don't look as serious as Muhoozi. And I don't think they have the right kind of qualifications, let's say. So you'd give Muhoozi. But if you compare the capacity of their military, the KDF and UPDF, I'm tending to think Kenya is way advanced.
I don't think any of them. I will just say maybe they might be the same.
Okay.
Because even Kenya has also been fighting Al-Shabaab, right? So, but the two countries have never gone head on head in terms of fighting, and
they have been independent for the same number of years.
Yes,
like almost the same.
And then also when it comes to military, these people are always secretive. So when I see anything on screen, I don't take it as the full picture of a country.
What's on the ground,
yes.
True.
Because do you think like the real army of, of Kenya will give full access to the journalists to take pictures of what they really own?
No, like it wasn't within Kenya.
Yeah, so they went and
photographed in Sudan.
Yes, so the credibility of that story too can be debated. You see?
No, it's very credible. Like they had the mark
of the Kenyan thing.
Yes, but the manufacturing and stuff. But no, like the type of ammunition that were inside were not shown.
Yeah. So
but the boxes are from Kenya.
Yeah, so those are just like, it does not mean that Kenya are more stronger, right? It's just that maybe they're just helping their friend. So it doesn't equate to being strong. And they might have had them in their storage for so long. Needed to get rid of it. All right. So that's it for Jimosi podcast. So please consider subscribing and let us know if you think this 14-member committee will work and will bring a lasting solution to these border issues between South Sudan and Uganda in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is not to say that we are supporting any side. What we want is peace, a lasting peace between the two countries. Because we have nothing to gain if the two countries were to go to war.
Yeah.
But we have a lot to gain if they maintain peace and stability within the region.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't come at us so much.
Yes, and then also sometimes you watch these videos with being open-minded.
Yeah.
So that you are willing to learn and you should be willing to learn and you should also be willing to give your opinion of what you think.
What could be the solution?
Yes, instead of just getting mad for no reason. It's not worth your emotions.
All right, let's continue subscribing. If you have not, comment, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Share the video with your friends and so that the YouTube algorithm will pick it up and recommend it to other people who might be interested in the video.
Yes.
Until next time, peace. See you at 1,000 subscribers.
Yes.